Boom! Welcome back to another Games Full of Bugs development stream. Let me just check if the thing is working. Let me just check. Oh, it seems to be working. Okay, good. So, today I have a little bit less time because I have to get my kid out of the daycare, the kindergarten. Aus the Kindergarten, ja. A little bit sooner because she has an appointment with an eye doctor. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a short. We still have like over 3 hours of time, so we should be able to, you and me, right? We should be able to get some quality work done, anyways, right? And then I'll see if I'm gonna manage to get another session of work in the afternoon. So today's agenda, or this week's agenda, is this. Pay no attention to all of this crap below. This is the thing. Polish missions with modifiers and create challenges, which should be like, I was hoping that this week would be kind of an easier week, so I have time to hopefully start the next week as well, which is essentially polishing the end game, which is gonna be spoilery a bit, but you know, for all of those one of you that might watch this, there's gonna be some spoilers. Or I could also start the final week for this 4-week plan, which is the settings menu. So essentially adding a bunch of settings that I think would be good. I also hope that this wouldn't take much time, but you know, always a kind of a fingers crossed type of deal in terms of kind of expecting how much time something's gonna take. But yeah, first this week, essentially I wanna have all the missions and all the challenges that I plan to have in the full game done in this week. Most of them are already there, they just need maybe some changes. Some of them are going to be replaced. I'm going to be making some new modifiers. Should be good fun. And then essentially all of this crap is stuff from feedback on the latest build. And yeah, I hope to also do all of this crap this week. Like a lot of them is just small things that can be easily done. But let's start with a little bit of this, just so I can kind of get a feel for how this week is going to go. So, oh, let me just check one thing. I was talking to the musician yesterday. I just want to know that I have... Yeah, okay, I was the last one to answer. That is good. That means the ball is in his court. I guess I didn't publish... Hey man, oh, let me open up chat. This was an accidentally spotted that you wrote, so I'm gonna open the chat over here to the side, which is it has a much better chance of me actually spotting it. So first I want to create a save file that has essentially everything unlocked. That's the first thing that I want to do. I'm gonna abandon the run, just so it's gonna be a little easier for me to check everything that needs to be checked. Wait, first let's check the favors. So I have all kinds of favors to be done, so I'm gonna complete the quests and get all the favors to the final thing, so I have the final mission unlocked. Okay, so this is done. Blah 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 blah. Now we're gonna go up here to the doctor. And then I'm gonna complete this one as well. I don't know what this is happening. Navigation manager. Okay. Oh! That might be relevant actually. Yeah, that's why you can't click this. Per chance. Wait, no. Oops, boom. Let's do this thing as well. What happens here? Just straight up? Interesting. If current selection button equals null. Oh. Is that a problem? Whatever. So there should probably be another check here, essentially checking and this dot count is more than 0. Right. But like that should already happen here, so this shouldn't be an issue. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're at the final quest. Good. Let's check this one as well. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a polish on that as well, so let me write that too. After finishing favors, the exit button is not clickable. There you go. Okay, we're at the final quest here as well, so now it doesn't matter which one I do, I just have to finish all the missions. So let's just clear them real quick. I mean, quick is relative. I'm gonna try to finish them ASAP. Oh, so the first missions have stamps. Because, oh, why do they have stamps though? I guess I can, We'll check it. So let's load the final room. We're gonna do the quest here, just so I have this thing unlocked. I can already do this. And just shoot him in the end. Pew. There we go. Okay. Boom. Done that. So I want to have all the final quests finished, and I want to have all the final quests, and what else? I want to have all the missions unlocked, so it's easier for me to kind of check all the things that are available. There we go. So now I don't have to finish quests anymore, so this should be now faster. Muy faster. Boom. I can just do this, right? Yeah, because I don't have to complete the kill anymore. Still have to do it in the other two biomes, because I think I actually change the stat only in the when you actually tinker with the boss, so I need to do that. Make sure I don't mess that part up. Okay. Final room. And next room. Boom. Could also just have a beat the mission button to be a little bit quicker. Okay. Now let's do the blue biome. Okay, let's do the red one, I guess. So here I need to actually kill the boss once. There we go. Phew. Tinker with its guts. Boom. Done. Would be cool to do some animations for this as well, right? But, you know, all these things take a lot of time, and it's also something that I can just kind of add in the end, right? I don't have to add it ahead of the time, because it's essentially what I'm thinking about. Stuff that has to, you know, have specific texts. Those are the things that need to be done as soon as possible. Anything that is just visual, I can still do later, because it doesn't, you know, connect to other people doing stuff like localization. Oops. Okay, so I also need to check this part. I think somebody mentioned that you can't click items with the left click, which is bizarre. That shouldn't be the case. Seems like I can do it with both. I don't know. So I think this is all the missions unlocked, right? Oh no, this is 7, right? So let's do this one as well. And I'm gonna be testing some of these missions as well, right? To see how hard they feel. Load final room. And done. Okay. Now finally for the blue biome. But I actually need to finish it once, so let's not forget to do that. Wow. The problem is that, like, actually testing all of this takes a ton of time, right? I would need to play all day of just one biome to just check one, which I might do at some point, but right now, you know, it's gonna take too much time. Juke. Cool. Boom. That part is done. Okay. Okay, load the final room. And then that's it. Here we have it. Now I wanna open up my, okay, let's do this. Done. Now let's open up the save file. And I wanna save this thing as unlocked all missions dot beta. There you go. I need to actually save this into the game files, otherwise that's not gonna work. I guess it is a dev tool for now, it's just for me. Okay, so we have everything unlocked, so now we can go check them. So scorched biome, this one is regular, and this one also has a stamp. So all the missions without stamps, oh, but this one also, oh right, because I finished it, yes. Okay, let's unlock an outfit. Let's see if this one also gets the stamp of completion. No, and what about 3? I don't get that then. But we can still check that later with a file reset. Okay, so 3 is normal one, no modifiers. 4, we have spawn 1 copies of themselves when exploding. Pyro brood. I don't like this one just for the reason that this is one of the modifiers that you can already get in the mission. I was kind of thinking, so the way I made the shroom biome, which is kind of polished, these modifiers are all such that you cannot get them in the actual level, right? It's something that can only be set up as a starting modifier. So we have maggots spawning from holes, we have enemies having chance to spawn eggs on death, we have a bunch of critters spawning, we have eggs spawning around walls, critters having a chance to be replaced with maggots being replaced with critters, and enemies have a chance to spawn an egg on death. And then finally we have the enemies have a higher chance to become elites or super elites, and the broodlords have, essentially you fight 2 broodlords every time. Now in the fire biome I added, let's see, maybe let's start with the blue one. So blue one, this one is regular. 4, we have enemies' shields have 1 additional layers. This is good because this one cannot appear as a run modifier. This one is a starting modifier only, and I'm gonna check if that is true. Can I add images in here without it breaking the game, without it breaking the thing? Let's see, shall we? Boom. Can I do this? I guess I would do it like this. You know, actually, I would do it with this, if anything. Now I want to see what happens if I pull this. So let's pause and let's pull that thing in, just to see if that breaks this at all. String tables, items, and let's do a quick pull. It worked. Okay, so open this thing. So this is just a comment, and I can still write something. Yeah, I can still write stuff. Okay, so that's kind of, I want to do that just to have stuff here in one place, you know. Oops. Holy shit, I have a ton of these motherfuckers. It's clap your hands, you motherfuckers. Okay, boom. It's kind of boring, but you know, has to be done at one point or another. It's gonna also be really good for the localizers, no? It's better to just put it into the description. Alright. There we go. Oh, come on. What am I pressing? Hello? I need to relax a little bit. Okay. It's kind of funny that I've started this with, you know, just not as many. I never imagined it's gonna have so many modifiers and so many items. But it just kind of spiraled out of control, you know. Sorry guys, I know it's boring. You can ask, you know, if anyone's watching, you can ask some questions right now. It would be a good time to also save me from the boredom. Because otherwise, it's not much to talk about. You know, I'm just copying and pasting shit. But I think it's going to be much easier to work with for me and for the localizers, so they can know like what they're localizing, right? They can kind of see a little bit about, you know, okay, he named this like that because it looks like this, you know? I can also color them depending on which biome they're from, right? So I'm basically over the, yeah, these were all of the biome specific ones. I have a ton of modifiers already. I should be able to do a lot of interesting stuff with just that. Boom. Then we have a couple more items. How far along are we? Oh, we're doing good. We're doing really good. Medkit, procrastination, something. Bigger fire tank, gonna have to be nerfed. Overkill recycler might have to be nerfed as well. But we'll see. Maybe not, you know, why not? It's fine. I'll just have people have, let people have fun, you know? Shell seeds. Oh, dunk capacitor has 2 versions, eh? Burst pods, puff cap, bullet bat, clicker cannon, impact vest, golden stopwatch, repeat, rotor, poison coating, lava boots, something, brooding, branching shade, which is a thingamajig, brood lamp, bug taser, little toaster parts, okay, larval fuel, jumper cables, tiny tasers, mag recycler, pocket fan, emergency red button, slime pump, extra bones, probably the strongest item, magnet, classic, burned battery, projectile mold, power strip, hydraulic press, distorted compass, golden frame, sickle, oops, wall mount, and spore battery, final line, signal amplifier, booster scanner, organizer, goo refinery, biofuel engine, relay chamber, pressure fermenter, goo canister, feedback calibrator, and fragmentation unit finally. Boom. Okay, so we have everything in. Now we can kind of, you have an easier time checking which are, you know, associated with what. So for the second biome, let's go back to the actual game. So I can have those things opened and I can see what I've set up, what can be changed, what can be just completely replaced or just improved maybe. So yeah, we're looking at this biome, make it larger. So first one is plated carapace, which I'm pretty sure do this later. Wait, which one is this? Right. Yeah, this is just a generic one. Not a generic one, but like it's not biome specific. So this is good. Enemies have one additional layers. It's just more annoying, right? They're just a little bit more tanky. You have to hit them twice to remove their shields, which can definitely be spicy, but I don't think it's too harsh. Then we have all enemies except critters spawn a critter upon death. This should be also good. Let's check the number 6. We again have additional layers and healing. It's kind of annoying that it that it has the same one as two missions before, but it's not terrible. Then we have kind of a similar one. Okay, this one has to be replaced because it's essentially, if you get a bad spawn, it's unbeatable. And then finally we have each evolution is added one additional time. I think that's good. Everything evolves into crabs. I think this one is fitting. It's cool. And just this one is a little kind of stupid. Let's see what I have in terms of ideas. I think I've put them in the end game. Respawning critters that heal the boss when they die. You only have 5 seconds to equip stuff in the magazine each room, but get a big buff. No. Fire biome, shell biome. All enemy mortars have bug nest 1. Yeah, I think this one can definitely be This one could definitely be a thing. Let me check. Have I added that to the game already? Module abilities? I do have bug lure, but I think I've added it in the game, no? Bug lure. Yeah, I've added bug nest. Now, question is, does it work? I definitely need that as an ability. So let's just do that. So essentially I'm gonna copy this whole thing, paste it. .106. And this is gonna be bug nest. Boom. So bug nest, and then spawns when landing, right? That's essentially all I need for it. So let's pull the thing in. Strength table, module abilities. Okay, done that. Now we need module modifiers. We're gonna essentially just recreate the bug lure. Lure. Oh, I haven't even made that one. Oh shit. Okay. Modifier, module modifiers. We're gonna do. Do I have a negative one? No, right. Well, I guess let's do the damage. Let's duplicate the damage one. I'm gonna call this bug lure, and bug lure is 052. Bug lure 52. Don't need these things. Like these are just, yeah, okay, these are here, but like they don't matter. This one doesn't matter. It is an on shoot condition. It can only appear on a mortar, essentially, right? Just the mortars can have it. I guess shockwaves could also have it. So maybe it could be worded like when exploding. When exploding spawns. Also, I'm dumb. This is the bug lure, which can be used on none of the AoE stuff. Shockwave, no. We might leave it on the effect on the laser, and also not the effector. It's not a main ability. It doesn't have anything, none of those things, and it only has the negative stuff. Now, do we have mod bug lure? Is that a thing? Mod bug lure. It does exist. Would have thought. Okay, can I duplicate this thing? Boom. Checkmate. Okay. So this one really that's what I think about this. Bug lore. Bug. Mod bug. Now, how far do you go? Mod bug lore. Like, this might also be one of those cases where this one doesn't even have a ton of conditions. Like, even just the one could be really, really dangerous. So let's just leave 2 of them. We're gonna have infested and we're gonna have decayed. So that's tier 3 and tier 5. Infested is gonna spawn 2, this one's gonna spawn 1. So that's that. And I'm gonna create another one, which is gonna be for the mortars. And this one can be a lot, I guess it could be equal. Yeah, sure. So let's make this bug nest. We're gonna use the bug nest name and the bug nest description. Now I don't have 106 yet, so need to do that. This one is gonna only be available on the mortar and on the shockwave. And we don't have the mod yet, obviously. So let's do mod bug lore. We're gonna add this right at the end. Mod bug nest. Does this exist? It doesn't yet. Okay. So bug nest is gonna, that's essentially it. And that's all it needs to do. So now we can use this to add it. I'm gonna have to go to the toilet. So let's just do this real quick so I don't forget it. Bug nest, infested, and decayed to 1. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I can do this thing. Boo. Alright, I'm back. It took me a little bit longer because I decided to have a little bit of a shave as well, because I don't know when exactly I'm gonna have to get my kids, so I just want to be prepared for that time and just work right up until that. Okay, so we know this is gonna be one of the hives. Wait, do I have some stuff here? Holy shit. I have a bunch of... What is this? Why do I have so many ideas here? New bosses can spawn in hard rooms. Oh boy. Lower visibility, less light, stronger muzzle flash. Maggots can hatch into bigger enemies if the life is too long. Every room full of maggots. Armored enemies have to be hit twice for their shield to break. Maybe just enemies can gain this, not different shield, everything, blah 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 blah. Okay, this one is done. Modifier that would be enabled in the biomes that have mortar shooting. Enemy mortar should have cluster mortar. I have this. For shields, enemy shields take 2 melee attacks to be broken. Done. Chargers move faster. Shooter enemies shoot more bullets. Bosses and mini bosses get frequent visits from nest callers. Whee! Enemy mortars land 30% faster. This one might be just too harsh. Enemy wave also spawns 2 shooters per evolution. Mini bosses don't give a shit, whatever that means. Shielded enemies regain HP when hit with a bullet while shielded. Oh shit. Now this one could be really nasty. Spawners spawn twice as many eggs. Biome 1 critters attack twice in a row. Done. Critters are immune while rolling. Oh. Stump spawns more webs more often. Stump spawns webs in a AoE. If you don't clear a room fast enough, a surge of nest crawlers will appear. Bugs have more health. Less red mushrooms appear. Every third wave in a level spawns a nest crawler. Broodlords can spawn in every room but with greatly reduced health. Yeah, not every room, this would be crazy. For spawners spawn more missions, it would be forced to both... Ah, there you go. Haven't done that yet. For Biome 2, every evolution also gives those enemies an extra health bar. Oh shit! That's a really nasty one. You get like 6 or 7 or 8 evolutions. That's a ton of extra health bars. For second biome, all enemies can start protected. It's not too crazy. I kinda like it though. We could work with this one. Biome 1 should have shooters and spawners mission, sure. Maggots have a chance to be biome critters. Done that. Enemy wave also spawns 2 shooters per evo. I've done that somewhere up there. More health scaling. Bullets can be empowered. Bullets have homing. We have this. Enemies can leave eggs behind. Enemy bullets one-shot walls. Shield and enemies regain health. I've done that. Biome critters attack twice in a row. Maggots are faster. Have that. Roll longer. Have swarm. I have that. Heavy bullets, one-shot walls, and have pierce one. Pretty sure I have that already. Boobas spawn 2 boobas in the final spawn. Have that. Stump spawn more webs. Bugs have more health. Rooms can have waves. Less red mushrooms appear. I've written that one already. One of the missions in first biome should have spawners spawn more. I've done that. Maybe a starting mod that for the first biome that makes spawners or shooters explode in bullets on that. Okay, then we have a bunch of event ideas. Okay. So let's do second biome, right? So we have, let's check it. Let's actually write all 3 biomes here, just so I have like an overview. Biome modifiers, and let's just start with the first one. So here we have, okay, we're gonna color this in green for the shroom biome. So maggots spawn from holes. Then we have spawn eggs on death. Spawners spawn 2x and critters in pairs. Okay. And we have this one, which is eggs spawn around walls. Maggots can be critters, and eggs on death. And finally, more elites and mini boss twins. There we go. Okay, next we're gonna color this in blue. So we have 2-layer shields. Then we have non-critters spawn critters on death. Okay, 6. More shield, 2-layer shields. This is just a specific, yeah, this is kind of boring because it's specific to, but okay, Shelly's heal. I'll just write all of them and then I'm gonna see where to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave, okay, this one is gonna be mortars have bug nest. And then finally, all evolutions times 2. Right? So now let's check the fire biome. Now let's do it like this. Crucial. Scorch biome, mission number 4. Booms spawn. Booms. And that. Okay. This is again annoying because it's a biome specific one already. Let's check number 5. Okay. Critters attack more often. Okay, that's good. Don't mind that one. Number 6, we have normal enemy bullets have winged. Homing bullets. This is also good. I don't mind that one at all. Number 7. Enemies spawn webs on death. And finally, homing and empowered bullets. This one also isn't necessarily too bad, but I'm gonna still check what I have in terms of ideas, just in case. So 2 shield layers, I think this one is fine. Non-critters spawn critters on death. This one is also fine. This one is annoying because it has the biome specific evolution already. I don't like that. Mortars have bug nest. Does any other mission have mortars? Yes, the third biome has mortars as well. So the first biome doesn't have. So this one is fine, and all evolution times 2. I think these are good. Just this one. So what would we add here? Let me check if I have some end game ideas. 4 times the high depth of nest crawler spawn after each mini boss is defeated. No, a mission with evolution that makes nest crawler spawn every wave. And okay, more mushrooms appear. No, everything can hit you. Bombs can spawn from eggs, enemies spawn eggs, and explosions, and any explosions spawn projectiles. Yikes. Okay, so let's now check what evolutions we have available for items. You know what, I'm gonna check this here actually. A little easier to browse through them. Oh, evolutions, there we go. Let's make this bigger. All evolutions are bugged. Haven't played with this one. Oh, imagine these two together. Holy moly. But okay. Broodlords have 1 sibling. So none of these. Okay, each maggot has a chance to be a critter. More elites and super elites. Enemy bullets, 1-shot walls, and have pierce 1. So don't I have... Wait, what do these have? Okay, so we have swarm and additional time, range and bounce, and then shoots 2 additional times. So this is a generic, and I don't have it. Bombs replicate on death. Critters attack more often. Homing bullets. Enemies spawn webs on death. Like I would almost have like this. Homing bullets here. Critters attack more often is fine. I think this one can be pretty nasty. Then we could do this. And enemy bullets. Bullets, one shot walls, and pierce. Now we will definitely want to have this one in the end. I think this is a good final one. The empowered bullets. This one is such a nasty one. You know, I could actually add some generic ones and just throw them into the mission. So you have biome specific ones, but then you also have generic ones that can appear. So do I have, okay, how do I have those set up then? So these are still items, right? So let's see. Let's see. So hyper brooding, 109, boom. So Schumann glitch, sure. So what about nest crawlers, 79. So biomes it can appear, everything. Interesting. Is starting modifier? It is not. So why can these appear there? Is it because biome info? Is it because of biome info? Did these have no. Okay. So how do I know which to get rewards? Reward? In the, I want this in the wave level. Okay, just know these exist here. Okay. So item with evolution. Set upgrades. Item with evolution, okay. So if item with evolution, possible modifiers, remove everything. So remove all is starting modifier, okay. But this one isn't, is it? Oh, is it not unlocked at all? It is unlocked from the beginning, right? Yeah. But maybe there's more. Let's just read more of it. So remove everything that is a starting modifier and remove everything that doesn't have a flag of the current biome. Right? So you should be able to see this one. Oh, is it... wait. We remove everything that doesn't have an item rarity. So we remove it if your item rarity is not 0. Right, that might explain it. Because I'm pretty sure that this one has like a higher rarity. Yeah, it has a rarity of 2. Okay, that makes sense. But like, let's see, like critters attack more often, could be everywhere. Spotters. Spawn at the start of every level, sure. So, like this one, evolved eggs. Double yolk is hard. Volatile critters. Evolved eggs. Like we could still spawn these as kind of like a hard modifier as well, right? Yeah, because I do this either way, right? Because as bosses, you could choose these as well, right? You could like use some of these for missions. Well, like, what about these normal ones then? It cannot appear anywhere. Okay. What about, so this is winged, volatile projectiles is item rarity of 2. Which I could put into the, like, that it can appear in the final biome, right? It would definitely make a lot more variety as well. So everything that is, you know, of a higher rarity can also spawn. So essentially what I would do, let's pause you. I would, so if it's bugged item boss, I wouldn't do that. But so bugged evolution with boss. Here I would do this dot rarity. If it equals 0, or if it equals 2, we will do something. Otherwise, we will do bugged state normal. So now we can have some of those spicy evolutions also appear in those, you know, spicy biomes. Well, all I need to do is go through all of them. So let's start with hosting. So this is 55. Hosting. All enemies except critters spawn a critter upon death. Like you could easily have, is this a hard modifier? It is a hard modifier. This one doesn't seem that interesting. It also doesn't seem like a hard modifier, is it? Am I missing something? Enemies can only take a percentage of their max HP in a single hit. Ugh. This is a disgusting one. We're not going to be adding that one anywhere except in challenges. Layered carapace, rarity 2 for sure. Strong hind legs. Enemy attacks have bigger range. No. Volatile projectiles. Like we could easily leave this one. So we could do, it can appear in the Scorch biome, right? Can this one be in all the biomes? Well, not in the second one. In the second one there's not much shooting. So maybe we do Scorch and Shroom, right? Winged, Same thing. Scorch and Shroom. You know what? Not even Shroom, just Scorch. And Wing is normal rarity. Volatile projectiles is a little harsher. Yeah. Is 10% enough though? Maybe. Okay, next we have Leeching. This is healing, which I think is actually really weak, so no. Critters attack more often. Do we have anything like that already in existence? That's what I want to know. Like 4 biome specific ones. Do these already exist? Because if that already exists, it just kind of doesn't work. No. We don't have this one. Enemies. Critters attack more often. We could easily add this one in. Item rarity 2. Oh. Is that so? I mean, I guess it is if we talk about 100%, right? We could still make it normal and do it like 50 and 100, you know, 50 and 100. And then just make this normal and make it be able to appear everywhere, right? Regenerative Carapace. Enemies start healing if not damaged for a couple of seconds. But this one, yeah, I don't know. Ever since shields no longer block damage, it doesn't seem that big of a deal, right? So maybe not this one. Enemies as flash fees like half damage, no. Blockers deal 50% more damage, no. Shooters and spawners take reduced damage from afar, no. Critters have chance to spawn mutated, which makes them explode, nope. Spawners spawn more enemies, critters spawn in pairs. Like, I'm using this for actual mutations, so I don't think so. Enemies take reduced damage. Eggs have a chance to become biome-specific critters. I'm currently not using this one, so I could give you a chance to just screw your run with this one. And I think I do spawn eggs in all the missions. We could try to have this one be available everywhere. Wait, what about... So then nest crawlers, definitely, right? This one's just cool. Okay. Let's say these are now biome-specific ones. I mean, possibly this one, but not really. Okay. That's a fun change. I'll just log that change real quick. It's good enough. Okay. So, I'm still thinking about this one. So, homing bullets. Then we have critters attack more often. Bullets one-shot walls and pierce. This one could be really strong, right? But it's hard to know. Now what's another one? We could do this. All levels are hard levels. You know. So there's always a chance of nest crawlers, right? maybe even like that, and then have this in the end. And then we can add a bit of homing here, you know, and then this one would have 2 homing, so it's like a little, oh shit, you know. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so missions, manager. So let's do the 3rd biome because we have all the things that we need already. So scorch 1, 2, 3. And then here's where it starts. What can I do? Okay. 19, that's Scorch. Threat 4. This is gonna be Overgrowth. And then we have Frenzied, which stays the same. And then we have Hardened Tip and a little bit of foaming. Is this the right one? Yes. Okay. And then mission 7. We have whatever that thing is called. No chill. Okay. And then threat level 8. We'll do it like that. Now let's go to 39. Make all of these bugged. Okay. Number 7, we said hardened. No chill. Oh, this one doesn't have a hard thing though. Let's then even add the Apex Drift, right? And then we have so wait, this was 10, 9, 8. But we add the hardened tip here. Question is, does this have a... It does have a... They pierce more, okay. I have the frenzied, okay. And not the pyro brood, but overgrowth. Nope. There we go. So let's do that and apply. Save this, okay. So we have these done. Now we just need the middle one, which I think it's mostly already done, right? It's just the one that's missing. And this one's fine. This one is fine. This one is the boring one. And then this one is the impossible one, which is going to be changed with the other one. And then this one is just really dangerous. And I think it's fine. So, what do we do here, right? Guys, back to the drawing board. Let's see if we can find an interesting evolution. No. I mean, this one could be the one. This one would make it impossible. I mean, critters spawning in pairs of 2 isn't the worst thing ever. Making them split is too harsh. Eggs on death? Could be. Hyperactivity would be nasty. Okay, hyperactivity is one potential one. No, this is right. So I guess the frenzy could be a thing. Okay. Well, didn't I? All enemies can start protected. Yeah. It's not a bad one. That could be a thing. So not can, just all enemies. All enemies start with 1 layer shield, and then we can do 2 for the other one. So I need to make these 2 items essentially. Let's copy this. So let's start with this one. All enemies start with 1 layer shield. Kind of have to check what names I already have for them. Like this is plated carapace. Enemy shields have... okay, sure. Armor plating. I'm checking like everything that is related to health. So yeah, all enemies start with 1 layer shield. What could that be? Shell sail. Could do shells for all, you know. It's kind of a silly name, but this can still be changed, just so I have something for now. Shells for all. And then enemies spawn with one layer shields. Enemies spawn with 1 layer shield. All enemies spawn Boom. There we go. And here we're gonna do the next one, which is mortars have bug nest. So how's this gonna go? We could do something like it's just called human cannonball, okay? Could just be bug cannonball. You know, bug cannonballs. Cannonballs. There you go. And we do enemy mortars have bug nest none. Right. Now here we need some sort of a let's check the homing. Let's just do this. Enemy mortars have, and here we're gonna do bug nest effect. Bug nest. That's about it. And then here, I think it's in this area. We're gonna add the bug lure here as well. So let's do L. Okay. Let's check it again. It is just winged. Okay. So I don't even have to do this. This is all it needs essentially. Okay, let's pull this in and create two new items. So we need string tables, and then we do items and we pull. And then we go to items and we create 2 new ones. We're gonna copy some sort of an evolution though. So this is shells for all. And it's 190, right? Shells for all, 190. Name and description. And 1 and 2 is already good. Now these are, I mean, it can't appear anywhere for now, so we don't have to worry about it. We have another one, which is bug cannonballs. And this bug cannonballs. Does this actually, oh, it does have them already set, okay. Shells for all, there's 190 then. Oop. Okay, now we need to draw them. Let's open our items. Okay, so let's take this as a base. And we need 2 of them. It does work today. That's great. Okay. So shells for all is the first one, right? Shells for all. Let's go to Pinterest. I'm gonna have it open to the side. Pinterest. I'll draw some shell. I was thinking of a, what's it called? Is this scallop? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but like it seems, you know, I think we're selling scallops when, you know, oh, come on. Scallop. Is it scallop? Double L? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, you know, we were, when we were little, we were selling scallops. We were like diving for them and selling them to, you know, anyone that would race us with some money. And that was always good fun. So that's kind of what I'm, you know, feeling like. Shells for all. It sounds like selling them, I guess, or giving them away, which was also oftentimes the case. And in that case, we would just, well, just give them away if we couldn't sell them. You save them for a while and then... I actually wasn't even doing that a lot. Most of that was done by my 2 brothers. They were a lot more entrepreneurial. Is that a word? In those days. Wanted to sell shells. I never really got into it. Never got into diving much as well, so that was probably one of the major blockers as well. We could do this and then kind of thinking about adding them, just making one big scallop. And then I guess here at the side, maybe, I don't know what to do here in the back, like maybe just some sort of a So then I would here it's not much of a good looking scallop, to be honest. Maybe I'm going too low with this part, you know. So just do something like this below. Let's fill this in and just go from there. Definitely doesn't look like a scallop. Looks a little off to me, maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not that bad. I put it a little higher. Right? I need a better scallop image. I don't know how to do this bottom part. Seems like here in the middle they... oh shit. The thing kind of joins together in one point. You know, maybe this isn't... still looks a little off. Does this make sense? I don't know. At this point, it feels like it's getting worse and worse, more so than anything else. And I should really have this enabled so I don't do the same stuff 20 billion times. There we go. And then you can have the thing open here. See it a little better. It doesn't look too bad, right? What if I add a highlight like going across it? Because as I'm seeing on the image, it kind of has this gloss. It doesn't, it's not even a gloss, it's just a highlight on the shell. Seems kind of random. It's not terrible, maybe. Maybe like this, and then here I can go a little bit wider still. Now what if I do this? You know. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever drawn. It's not the best. Kind of more squarish at the bottom. I don't think this helps. I want to try. This looks like a broccoli now. Right, so maybe go back to what it was. I guess this line being completely straight is a little off. It looks a little off. It's not the worst. Let's leave it here, and then I can still polish this part later at some point. Bug cannonballs. Now how do I do this one? Yikes. What if I do, like, I take a mortar image? Do I have the thing anywhere? Okay, let's remove you. So something in this vicinity, but maybe make this part just a touch bigger. Okay, everything is gonna work out with this image, I am sure of it. Boom. I need to fix these square pixels. Looks like shit. Still looks like shit, but it's a little better, I guess. I prefer this version. Maybe just do it like this. And then, what I was kind of thinking, I do this. And then inside I would just put, you know, some eyes. I guess we do that really bright. It's not terrible, right? I like this, looks good enough. Okay, so this is done. Now I need to just write them into the game, which shouldn't be too hard, should it? Okay, let's start with the shield ones. I'm also gonna go into one of the biomes just to see if the thing works after I add it. Oh boy. Boom. I'll just do the standard one so we know there's nothing else to be concerned about in terms of what's enabled and what not. Boom. There's another thing, if they have shields, I want them to stop, you know, not do this, right? Okay, so what's a similar evolution? Maybe just this one? Maybe Apex Drift even. Okay. So just add some global stats. So this is when item is added. Okay, so 190 would be enemies start with shield layers equals 0, and then we have another one, and bug cannonballs, which is bug nest on enemy mortars. Okay. So 190, shell for all. Right. Okay. Then 91. Boom. And we do bug nest on enemy mortars. Ooh. Mm-hmm. There we go. And then ice critter. There we go. Should also check here if it's already shielded, right? So we just do this. So, or check for armor is false. No, if check for armor is true, we also return. So we don't do this unless we're not shielded. right? Oh boy, let's just test this one first, just so. Oh, I also need to. Let's just unlock it, just to make sure. 190.191. We're gonna name them properly. Okay, it's starting to, my exhaustion from a lack of sleep is starting to kick in right now. Still should be good for a little bit, so let's see. Okay. Let's start. Did I save this? I did. Okay, continue. Make this a little bit bigger. So they hide, and if I wait a little bit, they hide again, okay? Now what if I give myself that thing? Ah, right, it doesn't exist, okay. Let's of course not mess that part up. So item manager. Item manager. There we go. All items. We just need to add those two in. So let's log this. Boop boop. We'll drop these two in. Right. Boom. Okay. Now this should work. Okay. Okay, so let's do ourselves this. All enemies spawn with one shield layer, so let's kill all now. Now let's spawn a new one. He just ignores the thing. Okay, now let's add another one. Okay. Okay. So this is probably an issue with the ice critter. So when I hit this shit, during hide, this should be, instead, it should be check for armor, right? If check for armor is true, and then here we would do if current, if attack state equals 3, if it's during hide, then we do these things. But we always wanna do that. Okay. I see if that fixes. Blah. So now we have to check if the thing works normally. And then I can pass out. Boom. Okay. Can you roll toward me? Boom. Okay. So give me this thing. Kill all of you and spawn a little dude. So you don't care about that. But I can still break your shield, although spawn effect false. Why would this be false? That makes sense. Never. Like, you want to have a shield break effect. It's a different thing if they disable it. But if you disable it, it should be a down, you know? A ba down. That should happen. Always. Boom. Ba-dish. Oh yeah, for sure. This is how it's supposed to be. Spawn this little dude. Hello, mate. Yeah, that definitely sounds better. They don't hide if they have a shield. But what if I break the shield? What if I break the shield? Then they hide. Great! And that is exactly what you want to see. This one has the same issue. Okay? What about this guy? He doesn't have an issue because he already spawns like that. Let's do Ladybug. A Ladybug. So what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's the same shit business. Okay, wait, is this doing the same thing? Yes, it is. But instead, check if here down, da 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 ba ba da, ba ba ba, shaka cha. Copy. If this and not armored anymore, we do a couple of these businesses. Boom, you know? You got me? Check that shit if it's armored. My god! So let's check that one as well. Shall we? First spawn a normal guy. Bonk. What is wrong with you? Why don't you wanna flip? Who are you? Wait, is it just taking time to flip? What is happening? It should be instantaneous! La 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 la. Bingo, 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 bingo. Okay, so now we do this thing. We spawn another one. Okay, so what if I spawn another one and I get him low enough? It should still start, this one should still hide. Interesting. I mean, check for armor. I could still go back to the previous one and then essentially just check if you're hiding here like I did before, and then here I still check for armor, right? Or I could just do this. So if this isn't 3 and whatever else it needs, right? I am getting sleepy. La, 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 la. Let me just check if I've got some mess. Okay. Okay, I need the, oh shit. I need the big dude to see if he behaves normally. Okay. So now let's do this thing. Okay, that still works. What if I just kill him normally? Not normally. What if I get him low enough? Good position, good position. He just hides. But then he does lose his shield after. Which that's fine, you know. Okay, so what if we have this thing as well, right? There we go. Okay, and you. Okay, and what about you? Huh. I guess this creates a small issue. They don't all have... What if I spawn this one? Is he shielded? He is shielded. Yikes, okay. That is an issue. So like same goes for the final boss then, no? Yeah, and I can't break it. So essentially I would need to add maggots shields, right? Logic, I guess. Okay, and then bosses would just have to ignore that thing. Okay, quick little debug. Let me check. Let's see what this does. I'm gonna copy this just for shits and giggles. Oh shit, actually it's... I'm gonna have to go. I just remembered I have to make some... what it's called? Not make, write some emails that regard to... where's this? Oh, there you go. Well, I have to write some emails. I don't have to exactly say why. And I'm probably gonna have to go in about 20 minutes anyway. So that's gonna be... I'm gonna have to finish it here. I'm gonna try to finish these today and essentially have all the base missions ready, and then I can play around with some challenge ideas. I have a lot of them, I think. I need 12 though, so that's gonna be quite a lot. But I only have a few, so there's a start. Maybe if I make 6 for now, that's gonna be good enough, and then I can go from there. But yeah, anyway, sorry I have to end so abruptly, but it is what it is. Like I said, I have much less time today, so it just, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna do a more normal stream tomorrow if everything goes well. Hopefully I get a bit more sleep, and I can do, you know, I cannot start getting sleepy halfway through. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining in, and see you tomorrow. Cheers.